Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet of buddy.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Let's go now. 70, Indy. Right, 54.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And, whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Ready up.
54, right there, 54.
80 weapon. Ready.
They will run for the first time here with White. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque there.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
Finding Gabriel complete. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, they're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Go.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go. 10-2 stop.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Bravo.
On 1st and 10, Day, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Day. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
That's good for 28 yards.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And he's wrapped up. Taken down, back at the 25. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Locke. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going. Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Cook. And he'll be brought down right around the 37th. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards. Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening. First down, here's the run with Cook, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's 3rd down. Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football. Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they? Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Hey, wahoo!
To throw on 3rd down. Day. Oh, the ball batted in the air, now it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just heading straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now a give running right is Montgomery. The 20. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 41 yards on the ground. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Montgomery. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at the 40, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The toss play to Montgomery. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf.
3 buzz. Check 26, check 26.
5.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. This is caught. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A huge play there for Chicago. 41 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Matchbox lights. Get it.
Here's Locke. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the tight end, Adam Shaheen, that time. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
They'll run forward with Montgomery. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
6-6, pull it high.
SOS.
Hey. Hey, orbit.
Locked now on 3rd and goal. Toward the pylon, caught. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Running for it, Montgomery. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. So Montgomery denied on 4th and goal. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line.
Got it.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 16. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
22 Jet Bomber, 22 Jet Bomber. Smooth. Hit it.
They start the drive with Cook. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
51, Mike 51.
Operating from the gun. Day. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Alpha.
51 to Mike, boy, 51.
Shoot.
On 3rd down. Day. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Fielded at about the 28. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now a run with Montgomery. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now this is Callaway on the receiving end. The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And he's got some space here. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. That's fielded in the end zone. Shifts by him. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play. Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On second down, it's White. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, not a huge game there as we head towards the 2-minute warning. It'll be interesting to me to see what they decide to do after the timeout.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And this is Gabriel on the catch. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Lock to throw on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it's third down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Mike 54. Bandit. Bandit.
Hey, Echo. Hit it.
Throwing his lock on third down. Wide open receiver complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Down.
Lock now, 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Watch the screen.
Good night.
Mike spot 4.
80 weapon.
Mike spot 4.
Down.
First down, here's White. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Gator.
54. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Right. Shoot.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke.
Here we go. Get off the field.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Hey, Haywood. Ready?
Locke will try again on second down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. 20. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Charles, we've seen him target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
58, right there.
Locke trying again after the pick six. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Lock now, closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Here's Lock to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Lock now. Over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike. Come on, baby, come on, let's go. And 58 is a Mike, let's go.
A final shot before half for Lock. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So, boy, that's already the third they've burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Go, go.
Come on. Go. Mike 51, Mike 51.
Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So a stop here defensively to start this third quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
High 7.
I'm coming after you. 58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike. Watch the run, watch the run.
Gone.
We got double up. And 58.
Shoot.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lock. He'll rifle rifle this one deep right side. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Second and 6. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Day. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, Montgomery. Oh, and now some space to operate. A good productive run there on 1st down. He winds up getting 8.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Block off the play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ben Gideon able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
60 outlaw.
55. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Mark 55. Mark 55. Check tight end. Check tight.
Fair. Tricks on travel. Hey, Jets, they go.
On 3rd down, a run from White. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the 1st, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
At their own 19-yard line.
the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Looking to throw. Day. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Back to throw. Day. Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Day looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. On first down, Cook. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
You draw Corker.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Set, ready? 91. Go. Hey, dude.
Hey, let's go. It's coming. You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So the penalty erases their earlier loss. Now it's 2nd and 8.
Hey, Alpha.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
Let's go. 10 Lobo. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Get it.
Operating from the gun. Day. And that's caught by Smith. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the Bears' 8-yard line.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Day setting up the screen for Cook. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try to pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Push him back. Push him back.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. A fast footwork by White. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's White. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Locke. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Hey, Echo.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike,
X3, 218, chopper.
let's get that ball right here. Kill.
Ready?
On 2nd down now. It's White, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3-and-out.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Lock now on 1st down. And this one's incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too.
Leo!
I'm coming for you, son.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 26. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Come on,
Lock
set.
now.
30 base.
6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Get it.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
And 12 at the Vikings' 29-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, Charlie.
Watch the run. 58 for Mike.
Hey, lock it.
Me and you on deck. Let's go.
Locke looks to throw it again. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Daniil Hunter in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. To throw is Locke. And that will be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Protein spill.
Back to throw. Lock.
I got you, boy.
And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Hey, high 7.
Now Locke. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. Well, that'll get him the 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Montgomery. There he goes, right side. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. they can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, box drop. Get it.
They'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
Complete to Dalvin Cook. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Hey, Delta.
51 to Mike, boy. 51. Here we go. 51 to Mike.
Back to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for Adam Thielen. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
Got it.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. I got it. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
On 4th down, Day. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it looks like the Bears are going to win the football game.
30 base.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.